Adam, in The Guardian, different story. Donald Trump, court date is set. And my goodness, this is gearing up, isn't it?
Yeah, massively. And really the timing, I just think is the problem. And it's the timing's outrageous, really, to be bringing this on at this stage to now, while he's put himself up, he's saying that I'm going to run. And the fact that he's saying he's going to run, all of a sudden he starts getting attacked. And I think that has to come into consideration. I'm not saying he's almost his own worst enemy sometimes.
Do you think he's been prosecuted by people who don't want him to run?
I think there's definitely something else going on there, because
really?
The timing is just shocking, isn't it? And they're stacking this. It's not just this, isn't it?
Interesting, yeah.
When is the timing good to attempt to overturn an election?
Well, not a couple of years later.
Or to
You're talking about the police timing, though.
Oh, yeah, but, you know, come on. Like, when should he be looked at?
Well,
now?
I think with Trump, it's clear that Trump, as soon as he puts out, he has a barrage of people against him every time. It's consistent.
For a reason.
Yeah, because he speaks his mind and he's opinionated and he wants to go out there and he's very, very stern in his opinions. And because he's stern in his opinions and he wants to get his message across, he's got a lot of people that support his opinions. We can't forget that, right? And because he's stern in his opinions, then people come up and then we get these attacks. And I just think the timing of this, the attack is...
Yeah, I don't...
But you support Trump, I think, is an absolute danger and the worst thing to ever have happened to the free world. He's just
But that's not what the story is. The story is, like, for me, it's the timing. And it's the timing. He's put himself up, so all of a sudden the attacks start flowing in. And why did this not come out? If this was a real issue, and it should have been dealt with much, much earlier.
It's possible. They had a look at the Constitution. Famously, the American Constitution is supposed to cover everything. And it doesn't cover the fact that you can be elected from jail. So it's something. Right. Poor old Abraham Lincoln, when they wrote it, no, it was George Washington.
Have that in their mind.
They didn't think we need to say you can't be elected from jail. So it's possible he could be convicted and jailed and then elected and then pardon himself. Oh, it's possible, yeah. On a completely different note, and you'll be amused at this, that Joe Biden has brought in the light bulbs that we've got in this country, you know, the LED ones, right? So it's they only use 5% of the amount of electricity as the old-fashioned ones are. So it's sort of a no-brainer. And you're asking why it is that Britain did them 5 years ago and America's only just done them. And the answer was George W. Bush started on this track of replacing these light bulbs. Obama then moved further down. Trump stopped it because he said, they make me look orange. Seriously.
And there you go. He's like a serious person. Unbelievable. And, utterly
He's not without his faults.
And also, once you saw those scenes of those people storming the Capitol, like, I don't know how you can still think
But that wasn't necessarily the whole. His defence is, I didn't do it. I wasn't there. Come on.
But wouldn't you think, even if you had said something accidentally or something you thought to be true, and something as a consequence happened like that and people died, there would be some form of remorse that would be like, I stand by what I said, but I did not in any way, and there would be some kind of feeling involved.
I think he may, if he becomes president,
I'm not
he may
getting
pardon
that.
all the people who were convicted over the Capitol riots.
See, I just don't get the feeling of sadness from him.
No.
At the point that people died.
Remorse.
No, reflection. Yeah. I don't think he's reflected, Storm.
Well, Adam, you by all means stand up for him because there are people who miss him.
Well, I see it from a balanced perspective, and I think that there's a lot of things that he did. And the good things that Trump has done seem to get obliterated, and he is his own worst enemy. Yeah. I agree with that.
I don't know. I think there's a few people that are probably more of his enemy than himself.
If it wasn't for COVID, he probably would have won. And then the second thing to say is that his argument is that had he been president, Russia would not have invaded Ukraine.
And
I think he might be right.
Yeah, well, I think he is right.
He might be right.
I think he's certainly a stronger leader than Joe Biden. I mean, Joe Biden struggles to put a sentence together. Let's be frank. Him representing the most powerful country in the world and being that person that goes out there and communicates is I think, a real challenge.
Okay. All right.